Welcome back to Mega Man Battle Network 2. And speaking of 2, it's been 2 weeks since we last did this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got the Triple S license last time. It took a while on my end, not so much on the playthrough's end. But yeah, now we can open up the doors over here. So yeah, we're pretty much just doing this before we head back to the World 3 area. Because now that we actually have the licenses, we can do the fun part of the post-game, which is the actual original content. I say actual fun, but in fairness, there are more protectos. And stronger ones, too. Though you can avoid most of them, at least.
So like you said, been 2 weeks since we last recorded. How long was the other bonus video?
That was, actually look at that right now. If I just minimize this, let's see, where's bonus 1? Alright, so our end, that was 44 minutes.
Okay, so not an egregious difference between the unfun part and the fun part.
So anyway, though, right. While we're traveling, before we get to the... well, we'll probably hit the World 3 area while I mention this, I finally found the definitive answer to what the heck is going on with Hub.Bat. And that is, in the cutscene you get when you get Hub Style. You do not know exactly what happened with that unless you do that. Unless you get an S rank against all the bosses and get that style. So basically, Dad chimes in with, your synchro rate is 200%. Mega Man is this, and then Mega Man mentions, yeah, nah, feels like before. And then Dad mentions, during battles with strong Navis with a continuously full synchro state, Mega Man's subconscious runs Hub.Bat, which was supposed to be switched off before, and then he calls it Hub Style. And there it is, there's finally the confirmation of it. You only get it if you're really, really good at the game. But yeah, they just turned it off. Except now, apparently it's just a Super Saiyan-esque state. It's just the anime power-up.
I was stunned that they put that much thought into it, honestly.
So yeah, basically, Mega Man can achieve Ultra Instinct, but I guess if he dies while that happens, his brother dies too.
Like Mario can turn back time, but only once as power.
So yeah, this is the only game with a Hub Style, but there are similar power-ups in later games that do have the Hub name, so this isn't quite the last time that sort of thing appears. So, hey, get out of here, Scutzer.
Is Hub Style combined with an element like the other styles, or...?
No, it's neutral.
Okay. For some reason, I just kept thinking of, like, Aqua Hub Style feels like something Homestar Runner said once. Or, like, Strong Bad would say it, and it's female for some reason. And then it would be a thing for, like, a week, and then no one would ever mention it again.
But, yeah, that... I don't know why they didn't mention that at the start of the game.
It would spoil the last game.
So, here we have our first boss, now that we're into the first area. It's Pharaoh Man again. He keeps appearing. He was also in the Undernet in the first game, and he was, I believe, one of the guardians of, like, the World 3 server towards the end of network transmission, so, like, we just keep running into this guy.
You can tell this game is more polished because he actually has dialogue this time.
Yeah, last time, or at least in Battle Network 1, the game that definitely happened, unlike Transmission, yeah, he just appeared, and we just fought him. Much like Shadow Man. So, I guess he is speaking his main gimmick into the field. I think that's what that's supposed to be. So yeah, Pharaoh Trap can do one of three things if you hit it. He can hit you with a snake, he can hit you with meteors, or, if you remember Anubis from the first game, he can place one of those in there too. So, if you don't want to die of poison, don't press that button. Yeah, so basically, Pharaoh Man really likes limiting your ability to move around. Like, I believe he can also shoot a cube at you as well. Oh, there we go. I guess that's less of a shoot cubes and more of a drop a block on you, but yeah, he's also got wind. Thankfully, for the first fight at least, the HP threshold is actually very nice. He didn't start doing this stuff until he was almost dead, which I don't feel like I was ever particularly in any danger of pressing that button. Future versions of this fight can be rude. In case you forgot, I'm still Pharaoh Man. I really wish I could punch you. Alas, I'm a sarcophagus. Also, despite the fact that we've seen him 3 times now, I think that's actually the last we see of Pharaoh Man in the series. I think 3 onwards he stops being a secret boss? I'm pretty sure. I know he stops appearing in the latter half of the series, at least.
The nerve of him to say, my spirit will live on in his final appearance.
I can't do anything about you, but trust me, I do hate your guts. You might not hear it, but I'll keep telling you to go away. Anytime you fight a terrorist organization, I'll be there flipping you off. You who commands Navi legions. That's really weird to say, have all the mega chips. Also, hey, how's it going? So yeah, early on you mentioned, like, oh, what if it were Napalm Man in a certain position or something like that. Turns out he is actually in this game.
Wait. He guards Napalm Man's turf. Does that mean he's not Napalm Man?
Napalm Man can say his own name.
He's Napalm.EXE, so Napalm Man is a separate guy.
Shall we get on with it, as they say?
It's not a turn of phrase. You don't have to say as they say.
Alright, so anyway, Napalm Man is actually a really fun boss. I'd imagine later versions of him are kind of a nightmare because he is constantly moving and constantly attacking, which makes sense on account of he's Napalm Man, he's the weapons guy. And yeah, he does actually have an attack that lingers. Which, you know, napalm. It's the thing it does.
Well done, Thor.
He is, of course, fire elements, you could probably tell, because I have been watering him to death. So yeah, not much to say about this one. He doesn't have quite the same amount of things out at a time as Pharaoh Man, but yeah, I do kind of like this battle of... He's constantly shifting things around. Constantly putting up guns. However, I've got Airman.
So this fight stands out to you now. Did it really stick in your mind when you were a kid?
I did not play... Well, okay, I was about to fall for that one. I see what you did there. Good one.
How dare you. Dare you not even let me say Napalm Man sticks to kids.
Yeah, might have had me if I actually had played this game as a child. I might have just autopiloted right into that one.
For what it's worth, I genuinely forgot you didn't play this as a kid.
Yeah, this one wasn't until, I want to say, teenage years?
That's still a kid.
Whatever I would have started doing. I mean, yeah. I feel it's technically not a kid, and also my own opinion on the matter is skewed because I feel like 20-year-olds are still teenagers. Or like mid-20s, rather. If you look like you're not that far out of college, you're a teenager. I've had this opinion since I was 20.
It's only self-serving if you're still 20 when you have this opinion.
It's not my fault I was shown the truth of the world. The young adult is teenager, is teen, is child. Also, being young adult does not prevent that knowledge. So anyway, as you might imagine, the virus with 150 aura sucks.
Say, wreaking havoc on you with this defense shield.
Yeah, like, there is, really not much you can do about this one, except for just having very big attacks. This is your... Do you have particularly powerful attacks chip tests? You want to do multi-hit for a good amount of damage? Too bad, that doesn't help for these guys. There we go. Eventually, they die. So I should also mention, I'm not running into a lot of them, but I actually had to go back due to a Protectos, and while I was doing that, I actually ran into a style change, which was hard to edit into because I wasn't prepared for it. I actually had to go off and grind for some particular battle chips. But I got Heat Custom Style while we were out, which is actually incredibly useful, considering I need to fight Protectos. Like, yes, I would like more chips at a time, considering I'm going to need to make PA combinations. Good job, Mega Man. Heat Custom Style. Can't believe how much heat power I can feel. And we also get introduced to, yeah, you can only hold 2 styles.
This would give me so much anxiety as a kid.
Well, good news, I did not care that much about Aqua Team, so don't write me to AI.
I only liked Aqua Team for the name, so...
Yeah, as it turns out, I don't want to throw that many Mega Chips into my folder. I'm actually fine with what I got. On the other hand, when we run into another Protecto, I'm absolutely going to want everything that I can get. So yeah, I've got 2/3 of what I need for the program advance. Not good enough for now, so let's throw even more in. So yeah, these are the second Protectos. They have 350 HP. If I remember correctly, there is exactly one of the 3rd level Protecto. And it has, or they have rather, 620 HP. So yeah, you do need a very, very powerful program advance to take those guys down. They do give you a very good chip for multiplayer, though. It's MegaMan.EXE, which is basically just, if somebody tries to use a Navi chip, you just say, go to hell. Anyway, here's Ultra Bomb. Get out, nerd. So yeah, Ultra Bomb is actually genuinely pretty good. I hope I haven't misled anybody into thinking that, like, only Gator is worthwhile or anything. No, that's just the basket I put all my eggs in, but there are still plenty of good program advances.
One of these guys is named Yart.
Yart. Ah, it's just a battleship.
And Coach Z bought a boat.
But yeah, best option for Protecto 3 I have seen is, Life Sword 3, which is Fireblade, Aquablade, Elect Blade. Which admittedly is one you can get relatively early on, if I remember correctly, so... hey, if you want swords, you can put all those together in a single folder, and have a pretty good option for killing many things, including the most annoying gimmick enemy in the game. I don't know why I stressed the order of operations so much there. Like, yeah, I'm not really firing at him frequently, so he's kind of just gonna stand behind that rock and die. Ninjas are just not prepared for rain. Alright, so what do we got for our last door? Yeah, this is me looking at that and going, no, I don't want to. Something plentiful, your shields as well as your weapons. You must acquire most of these before this door will open. So yeah, here's my library now, 185. And now here it is at 201. 200's the number you need to open this door. We did it, we passed the 3 trials. There's nothing here.
Well, that's dumb. Let's go home.
Game just shuts off and deletes your save data.
You did it! You passed the test! You're the chosen one! That's right, you may join the World 3, which I have to be the leader of because I'm Planet Man. It's an organization made for me. I'm bringing it back. It's gonna be me, Mars, Venus, it'll be great. Also, I guess you'll be there. It can be World 3 and Mega Man. What? I mean, you can't be that surprised, Mega Man. You've twice now defeated World 3. At this point, you know what their deal is. A fitting, if regrettable, sacrifice. It's too bad, I thought you were really cool. I mean, you got 200 chips. Thought you'd be serious about joining World 3. Okay, say hello to Planet Man. He's annoying. So yes, his side of the field, just full of holes. So yeah, anything ground-based is not gonna work here. Gator? No. Proto Man? Nah. Also, just for the hell of it, you have a hole in your side of the field. So, yeah. Let's just do this. I'm not gonna have any use for Proto Man, so we're just skipping this turn. Full Cust is genuinely really useful, so I do not regret adding that. Though, yeah, we're still gonna have trouble here. Also, you might have had trouble seeing his next attack. So far he's been shooting pillars at us, but he also has those tiny little ships there.
He has options?
He has options! And it's not just the planets, it's a tiny little thing that's hard to see and keep track of. You wouldn't think that would make that much of a difference, but it really does. And he poofs another one out almost immediately. And yes, he's also got a suction attack. This guy's got everything. So part of the reason I didn't go after all the V3 Navis and get hub style is because I didn't want to have to leave and come back, to activate the other V2s. But also, I'm gonna level with you at this point. I really don't want to fight a harder version of this guy. There are ways to quick kill him, because, it's Battle Network. It would be weird if there weren't quick kills, but... Man, oh man, phew. You can really tell I was fatigued with this game, because 2x Planet! Nah, that's just him resummoning his planet, this time with different elements. Or different elements, singular. He still kept water, but he also had a green one, which he didn't get to use. I love blowing up, actually!
I am not owned!
We've already tried to make a comeback in a maybe non-canon game. It'll happen again. Those World 3 guys just won't stay down.
That's fine, we'll kill him.
We'll put him down, just like my dog. That's why I have a doghouse and no dog.
It's a security system. Lan has not old yellered anything. Wasn't this area a no jack out zone? Wait, does that mean World 3 uses MasterCard for their transactions?
Well, looks like we'll have to go all the way back.
Yep, we have to walk out on our own. Kind of a weird way to cap this whole thing off, but whatever. So anyway, I will freely admit I absolutely could have had a better deck at this point. My folder could have used some improvements. But yeah, at this point I was kind of just trying to finish. I don't like to be in this state for LPs, but yeah, I'm kind of done with this. So yeah, my goal was to really not have to grind out any new folders or major folder changes, and just see what I could do with just the folder I had, which, was pretty solid. It was getting me through a lot. It's just not, the best. So this part here really tested that, though. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I'm about to die. So anyway, yeah, there is one more loose end. We fought a fake base. Here's the real one.
Hey, I thought we beat that guy.
Yeah, the last one was just like a fake first form final boss. Also, God, it's so wild that Planet Man was on screen for like 5 minutes, and he was the leader of this attempted World 3 comeback, but it's just kind of weird seeing Lan say that out loud. I've never felt this much hate before, and I'm on the internet. Right, so we fought him once before. We defeated him when he was just kind of randomly roaming the internet, and that fight wasn't so bad. There was also Transmission, where you can only take off part of his health, and then he just decides to leave. And then there's Bass in this game, who's really tough. So yeah, he's got 100 barrier, which he can call back very quickly, and 2,000 HP. He's also, of course, way faster than we saw from the fake base during the final boss. Honestly, yeah, no, all around, this is, without a doubt, one of the tougher fights of the game. He, of course, does have a stronger form. That's the super boss I've been talking about. So yeah, Big Cloud definitely pulled through a lot of this because it's just an automatic 100 damage, which can bypass his aura. Oh god. Yeah, you definitely want to stop him from using that attack, because if he fully charges, yeah, it's hard to dodge that one. Also, you can tell I was kind of in panic mode for this entire fight, because yeah, I used Airman way too early, technically out of paranoia that, like, the aura would stop it, but no, even though Airman is a multi-hit attack, and, you know, that's kind of the worst option for auras in general, I still had enough damage packed onto that thing that it would have deleted the aura and still hit base anyway, so it wasn't entirely necessary to use it immediately. Like I said, I kinda just wanted to see if I could beat this guy without having to grind it out, because I really didn't want to. So this folder can technically be base. I wouldn't recommend it, but it did manage it in the end. If I remember correctly, Base Deluxe, which is the version that appears once you've done everything else in the game, appears in the World 3 area randomly, still has 2000 HP, it's just, you know, damage values are different. Hits a lot faster, probably, or hits stronger, probably a little faster. And frankly, 2000 HP with a constant aura is already a really big ask in the first place. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he does actually, leave himself open when he does that, but he breaks panels and does a ton of damage. Can you do that again so I can hit you with Proto Man? Like, come on, please. Just have to keep it open for next time. And also, yeah, hi! That's the end of my chip folder.
So what happens when you're out of chips?
You just have to buster the rest of the fight.
Oh, wow. So you're on a time limit for this.
I mean, he can leave himself open. Like I said. But yeah, no, there's a pretty good chance you're screwed if you run out of chips. What? He was holding back the entire time? Oh, Bass-ics, you're so cool.
What was that guy?
This feels like such a departure from the normal base.
Honestly, I do kind of like Bass-ics more than Classic Series Bass, and not just because he's basically the exact same design, but they added a cape, which is objectively cool. But yeah, he's got a bit more involvement in the Battle Network series. You are an ultimate net battler. See, it said I'm an ultimate net battler. I don't have to fight Base Deluxe. Also, we get our boss results, but I'm pretty sure all of these are just the original versions of the bosses. Because I've S-ranked all of you in your strongest forms. So yeah, that's just the first time you ever beat these bosses. We're getting that here. There he is, Thun Man. So yeah, like I said, I definitely could have had a better chip folder. You just want really strong things so you can constantly be taking down that aura without necessarily having to waste chips or anything. But yeah, Bass is pretty tough this time around. And not just for being in a platformer, where he's got hard-to-avoid attacks, he's just a hard fight. So yeah, that was Mega Man Battle Network 2. Again, there's some more stuff. I very clearly didn't get the data library completed. Didn't get all of the program advances. But I am getting... Base F. Because of course he's supposed to be Forte. So here he is, Airburst attack on all lines, that's a multi-hit attack. Would not be able to break his own barrier, great. But yeah, I'm not getting all the chips, and I am absolutely not doing hard mode for this game. So yeah, that'll do it. I'm gonna go home and go to bed.